He is probably the most famous under-20 player in the world right now, Lamine Yamal. The football prodigy from FC Barcelona has been regarded since Euro 2024 as the most promising young talent in world football, and many believe that he already deserves the Ballon d'Or, the award for the world's best footballer. Some even see him as someone who could one day surpass Ronaldo and even Messi. His potential is undeniable, and his life is already extremely extraordinary. At just 17 years old, he has over 34 million Instagram followers, travels the world both privately and professionally, is recognized everywhere, and already knows he will never have to worry about money again. If things go well over the next 6 years at FC Barcelona, his contract could earn him up to 40 million euros per year. That's exactly why, in this video, we want to take a look at a day in Lamine Yamal's extraordinary life. We'll show you his unusual preferences and routines, but also the downsides of success that he already has to face. Before we dive into Lamine's extraordinary daily life as a football star, let's first look at where this 17-year-old wonder kid comes from. Lamine Yamal Nasraoui Ebana, his full name, was born on July 13, 2007 in the small Spanish town of Esplugues de Llobregat, not far from Barcelona. His father Munir is originally from Morocco and his mother Sheila from Equatorial Guinea, so Lamine carries African heritage. When he was just 5 months old, something happened that, in hindsight, feels almost like a prophecy. Lamine was booked as a 5-month-old baby for a photo shoot with Lionel Messi, during which Messi bathed him in a tub. Here, for example, you can see Messi and Lamine's mother, Sheila, both smiling at baby Lamine. And no, this is absolutely not fake and not a joke. Despite this fateful encounter before his first birthday, his life soon became more difficult. His parents separated when he was only 3 years old, and he grew up with his mother in very modest circumstances. From a young age, Lamine was unstoppable with a ball at his feet, though his school performance was only average. It didn't take long before Barcelona's scouts noticed the local talent, and in 2014, at just 7 years old, he joined FC Barcelona's youth academy, La Masia, one of the best football academies in the world. He trained there for several years while still living with his mother. But youth football is fiercely competitive, so more commitment was soon required. At the age of just 13, Lamine moved out of his family home and into the residential complex on La Masia's training grounds. This sacrifice quickly paid off. Only 2 years later, at age 15, he became the youngest Barca player of all time. And not just sitting on the bench, but actually playing in a La Liga match. Just a year later, he debuted for Spain's senior national team and even played at the European Championship. The rest is history. So let's take a look at Lamine's life today. How does he live now? His days actually start off rather unremarkably. Since last year, he has been living alone in a small apartment just a few kilometers from FC Barcelona's training facilities. Until he was 16, as mentioned earlier, he lived directly on the training grounds. But then something happened that forced him to move. More on that in a moment. After waking up, usually around 7 a.m., Lamine starts his day at a relaxed pace, since the first training session is generally not before 10 a.m. He gets ready calmly, then heads to the training ground without having breakfast at home. But there's a catch. Lamine doesn't have a driver's license yet, so he relies on other forms of transportation. Until recently, he used public transport, buses and trains to get around Barcelona. In his 10 Essentials video for EQ, he even listed his T16 travel card, which allows him unlimited use of all public transport in Barcelona as one of the 10 most important items in his life. Since his professional debut, Lamine has repeatedly been spotted on buses and trains in Barcelona, and several viral TikToks show him riding regular city buses. But as you can probably imagine, with his current level of fame, it's no longer possible for him to travel by bus or train without being mobbed. That's why, for some time now, he has been picked up every morning by his cousin Moha, one of his closest friends and also his personal driver, who takes him not only to training but to all of his other appointments as well. When Lamine arrives at the training ground, he doesn't start with training right away. First comes breakfast. Ever since he moved into the training facility at age 13, he has eaten 3 meals a day there. He still follows this routine today, except that he now takes dinner to go, prepared by the club's chefs, so he can eat it at home. This isn't just for convenience. The FC Barcelona chefs have perfected his nutrition plan to ensure he gets the optimal combination of nutrients with every meal. For example, he never eats cereal or oatmeal for breakfast, as they make him sluggish, and he largely avoids sweets. The only exceptions to his strict diet are meals prepared by his mother or grandmother. His mother, Sheila, regularly makes his absolute favourite dish, a national specialty from her home country of Equatorial Guinea, made with rice, chicken, and peanut sauce. His grandmother, Fatima, occasionally bakes Moroccan pastries, which the 17-year-old can't resist. Both women are among the most important people in his life. There's also another unusual aspect to Lamine's diet for a professional footballer. He is Muslim and actively observes Ramadan. During Ramadan, he wakes up at 4 a.m. to have a balanced pre-dawn meal, then eats nothing all day, even on training days, and only eats again after sunset. The only exception is on match days, when he breaks the fast to ensure he has enough energy for the game. The reason he's so committed to observing Ramadan is simple. His grandmother is a very devout Muslim and is currently, according to media reports, on a pilgrimage to Mecca. After breakfast, Lamine's training day begins. In a normal week, there are 7 to 8 90-minute team training sessions. In addition, his schedule includes gym workouts, physiotherapy, medical checkups, massages, individual training, and tactical meetings or match analysis with the coaching staff. Of course, there are many weeks when this schedule changes. For example, when Champions League or Cup matches take place midweek or when there are long trips. After training, his cousin Moha picks him up again. Lamine often spends the afternoon with Moha and friends. For instance, the two of them regularly play Fortnite and FIFA together. And Lamine has openly said in interviews that his PlayStation is sacred to him. Lamine also consumes a lot of media. He has admitted that at night in bed or while traveling, he almost always has his tablet in hand, watching various series, most recently Breaking Bad. Sometimes he apparently also enjoys dancing alone at home. But let's be honest, we've all done that at some point. If you think that sounds like a single lifestyle, you're right. Until recently, Lamine Yamal was dating influencer Alex Padilla, but the couple broke up a few months ago. Alex appeared in an Instagram livestream where she was seen at a party, seemingly sitting on another guy's lap. Reports say Lamine broke up with her after that. Up until then, their relationship had seemed very romantic. They traveled together often, visiting places like Greece, the Maldives, and Dubai, where they dined at Nusret's restaurant, visited a sheikh's private zoo, and went to the Ferrari World theme park. Recently, however, rumors have emerged that Lamine has a new partner. He's been spotted several times with Italian model Anna Genioso, who is 2 years older. But several newspapers have also reported that he is dating Russian model Alisa Petroyan. In other words, his love life is clearly not standing still. Still, family seems more important to Lamine than romantic relationships. How do we know? The first thing he did after signing his professional contract with Barca was to buy houses for his mother, grandmother, and father. All three now live near FC Barcelona's training ground, so Lamine can visit them regularly and they can help him navigate adult life. But this story also has a sad side. In August 2024, his father Munir was attacked with a knife by unknown men in his old neighbourhood of Rocafonda, suffering serious abdominal injuries, though his life was not in danger. Shortly afterward, his grandmother, who lived in the same neighbourhood, was also threatened by strangers. By moving his family closer to him, Lamine not only wanted them nearby, but also wanted to protect them. There's also a newer addition to the family. In 2022, Lamine's little brother Kane was born, and he regularly appears in Lamine's TikToks. So, what do you think of Lamine Yamal and his life? Did you expect him to lead such a humble lifestyle? Let us know in the comments. Bye, and see you next time.